A year into his role as Remote Housing Minister, Chancey Paik is asking the federal government to fund new housing on homelands.
I have a responsibility in terms of the government to improve conditions on homelands.
But he also says he doesn't have a responsibility to pay for it. In a letter seen by ABC, he's written to the Federal Indigenous Australians Minister, Ken Wyatt. Mr Paik says he recently visited one homeland where houses are derelict and residents are living in tents.
There has been a misconception that the Northern Territory government is responsible for building new housing on homelands. This is not the case.
Minister Wyatt wasn't available for an interview but said in a statement, the NT government remains responsible for housing, including on homelands. Mr Paik says new houses on homelands could be funded as part of the joint partnership on remote housing. It might be a hard sell. At the same time as proposing the agreement could be expanded to include money for housing on homelands, Minister Paik is having to renegotiate milestone targets around the $550 million joint partnership agreement. That's due to the Territory's slow start of its remote housing rollout.
So absolutely acknowledge that, are working with the Commonwealth on those milestones. And I have asked as well that while we're looking at those milestones, we could look at expanding that agreement to take in homelands right across the Northern Territory.
Imagine if we put $12.5 million for a grandstand into homelands. Those people on the homelands would be far better off than they are today. So it's a bit cheeky for the government to be coming out and ask the federal government for assistance to provide those provisions to homelands housing funding.
Despite acknowledging delays, Minister Paik says the rollout is picking up. Up to the end of the financial year, the NT government says it's built 299 federally funded remote bedrooms. It needs to reach 1,950 by June 2023. Combined with the NT government's own remote housing investment, it said it had completed 1,144 bedrooms in August. But again, it wants to reach 3,700 all up by the end of the agreement. It means the NT government needs to triple the progress made in now less than 2 years before the agreement expires. Kate Ashton, ABC News.